What loneliness feels like as a man. For those who don't know, my name is Rose Bleak, and I'm an independent R&B artist from Atlanta, Georgia. And I make videos like this about love, heartbreak, loneliness, and romance. When I feel loneliness the most is probably at nighttime when I'm at home because I live by myself. And when after the sun goes down, it's just you're just there by yourself and there's nobody here with you. It's kind of like it's peaceful, but it's also like it also feels like isolation because even if you crave company, something internally is keeping you from reaching out, or even if you do reach out and nobody hits you back, it's kind of like, damn, now I'm just here by myself. I also feel it when I'm out at the store or out and about somewhere where there's a lot of people and I see a lot of couples and families and friends like hanging out and there by myself. It's kind of like, damn, it would be nice to kind of have somebody with me, but I don't. And it's also one of those things to where maybe it's something that I'm doing that's keeping me from getting rid of this loneliness feeling because I could be in situations to where I don't have to be lonely anymore, or maybe I'm just choosing to subconsciously be lonely. But I think sometimes it is by choice. Even when you're around others, when you feel misunderstood, it could also feel lonely as well, or you just feel like too insecure or something, some kind of internal struggle that you're having that's keeping you from enjoying yourself or enjoying other people's company. Like as far as quiet nights go, I usually just sometimes I go out and drink sometimes, but even then it's like yeah, there's people around, but it's not my kind of crowd, and I don't really initiate conversation like that when I'm out. I'm very antisocial. I would like to, but it's like it's a struggle for me. Like unless I really have something to say, or unless somebody comes up to me and just sparks something, I usually just sit there and just enjoy my own company until I get ready to leave. So, but there has been times where I've started conversations with other people, and it did end up a good conversation or a good interaction. But I feel like that's just a momentary thing. Like it barely goes anywhere after that. And I don't have a lot of people in my phone that I talk to. Like I have maybe 5 phone numbers, and most of them are family. My personal life is very, very lonely as well because I just focus on stuff that I have passion for. And a lot of times when you have a lot of people in your phone, or a lot of people have access to you, it could get in the way of certain things. Like it could like make you not waste time, but I know I could be using my time in different ways than this. So more productive ways. And the fact that I live by myself is kind of another thing too, because I could have company over. I could try to, but it's like this is my space, and very selective about who I let in my space. I'm very picky in that way. A lot of ways that I spend my nights, I usually just I read a whole lot, I write a whole lot, I work on music all the time, and when I'm not doing that, I'm just on YouTube looking at videos that interest me. Not a lot of company I have around my house. not a lot. And I don't really go anywhere either. So ways that I cope with loneliness is I listen to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of music, mostly R&B music and like pop and indie folk music, like certain things like that. Not as much rap as I used to listen to, but I also exercise a good amount, like just to keep me busy and not sitting still for too long, just to get up and get moving. And these things help in the moment, especially exercise. That helps long term, but it's something in me that just that lonely feeling just never goes away. And I've had that feeling in my body since adolescence. And I know it's like something I have to get to the root of, because it is a crutch in my life, and it gets in the way of a lot of things that I could be experiencing and new things. Emotional loneliness versus physical loneliness is like emotional. I feel like it's way worse because you can be physically by yourself and still enjoy your own company. But as far as emotionally, if you are around a lot of loved ones or friends or family and you still have that empty feeling, then that means something is wrong. There's an imbalance within you, and some kind of emotional wound that you have that's keeping you from being in a moment. And you can almost, I know I can kind of disassociate sometimes, but not too much. You just, it gets to a point where you just don't want to be in your own skin anymore and just want to be somebody else. I think that's a certain kind of self hatred that people have. Not saying I have it, but I do have my flaws that I wish I didn't have. But flaws are ultimately what differentiates us from others. And if everybody was the same, it would be no fun. I know that for sure. So sitting with it and processing it, it's like instead of trying to avoid the lonely feeling, I feel like it's, and also instead of trying to like dive into the loneliness, I feel like you should just process it, sit with it, and start asking yourself questions, and honest, uncomfortable questions. Like when did you first start to feel lonely, and what triggers it, and all that stuff. Whenever I see married couples or happily together couples, I see it's like, oh, that's it's nice to see. It's real good to see because I know it's possible for me too. But it's also like feeling lack in that moment, which is it's hard to go from wanting something and feeling like you have it to feeling lack that you don't have it. So I think it's about stepping into the identity of who you want to be, and the energy that you give out, and reality will follow. That's a lot of that's a hard part with a lot of things in our lives, like being an energy source to attract things is it's easier said than done, but I do feel like it's possible because I've seen it and I've done it before. But it's like I had to keep reminding myself that I can do that, and I am an energy source, and it is possible for me to have things and identify with things that aren't really presently here yet. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to know more about music and merch, you can visit rosebleak.com. The link will be in the description. Thank you.